The fuck is... Gee, I wish I was big just once. You're a big cops.
Really funny. Really funny.
What do you mean I'm funny?
It's funny, you know. It's a good story. It's funny. You're a funny guy.
What do you mean? You mean the way I talk? What?
It's just, you know, you're just funny. It's funny, you know, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
Tommy, no, you got it all wrong.
Oh, Anthony. He's a big boy. He knows what he said. What'd you say?
You're right.
Funny how? What?
Just, you know, you're funny.
You mean,
So?
let me understand this, because maybe it's me, I'm a little fucked up, maybe. But I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Not just, you know how you tell the story. What?
No, I don't know. You said,
Mark?
how do I know? You said I'm funny. How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.
Get the fuck out of here to Tommy.
You motherfucker! I almost had him. You stuttering prick here. Frankie, was he shaking? I wonder about you sometimes, Henry. You may fold under questioning.
Now, as I was saying, drugs are bad. You shouldn't do drugs. If you do them, you're bad. Because drugs are bad, okay? It's a bad thing to do drugs, so don't be bad by doing drugs, okay? That'd be bad. Drugs are bad, okay?
The girl of your dreams has got to be in some bar.
Sorry, boys and girls, but this is X-rated. So if you're under 18...
Get out, goddammit! Get the point? Good.
And now?
Bend over.
Y'all ready for this?
Get it up. Get it up. I can't wait anymore.
I like to watch.
Whatever you desire. I know you'll like it. Do it. We do it all night long.
So, welcome to another episode of the Designated Driver. Tonight we got a couple guests that are going to be calling into the show. One organization is FAD, Fathers Against Drunk Driving, and the other organization, after the music portion of the show, is Smart Recovery. FAD, Fathers Against Drunk Driving. FAD's goal is to reduce and eliminate deadly alcohol-related crashes on U.S. highways and eventually branch out to other countries. On the phone we have Rob. Rob, how you doing tonight?
Fine, Marty. Fine. Thank you for having me, and
I can't even hear you.
Effort and putting together the show.
I can't hear him at all.
Right, so,
Rob, can you hear me?
We're honored to be here. Thank you.
He's got to talk into his phone.
Rob.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I don't hear him at all.
Marty. Hello, Marty.
Are you on a speaker, Rob?
Yeah, I just took it off right now. I had the speaker on because the intro was on.
Okay.
Right, it's off now. Speaker's
Is he
on.
on a speaker?
No, can you come off the speaker? Hello?
Hello.
Rob, can you hear me?
Can you talk without the speaker, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
I turned off the speaker.
Where's he outside?
Okay. So, until
yes,
we're having this,
It's not my issue here.
Rob needs to get off his speakerphone so he can talk a little bit clearer because we can't even hear you at all, Rob.
No, the speakerphone is off. You guys, you want it on or off?
All right. So,
Okay.
are you able
go
to
ahead.
get off of the speakerphone, Rob?
What's that? I couldn't hear you on that one. Hello, Marty?
All right. So I apologize to all the listeners that we're having this issue with Rob and his cell phone, but FAD is they're based out of California, and if you want to check out their website, FADDINTL.org, and this is if someone wants to find out more about starting a chapter, they can go to that website. And it's unfortunate because Rob had a lot of good things that he wanted to talk about. And again, I apologize to everybody out there that we're not going to be able to talk to Rob. So right now, why don't we play a couple songs, Pete? We'll play the music now.
I'll play it now?
Yeah, and so let me tell you who you're going to be hearing tonight. We're going to be hearing Jaina and the Rebels out of Salt Lake City, Utah. And then Fool's Faith is an incredible band right here out of Connecticut. So we're going to let you guys listen to the music, and then we're going to get into the show. So sit back and enjoy these two songs.
Be afraid.
but you have a ways to go. We all have choices.
Hey, have you tried that new place, Againt?
Againt?
No, it's a pizza.
Againt?
It's a pizza. They let you build your own.
They even cook it in a coal-fired brick oven.
In under 3 minutes.
Do they have anything else?
Of course. They have calzones, grinders, wings, soups, and salads.
They let you completely design your own meal.
With 30 different toppings to choose from. I'm sure you'll find something.
Check out their app in the iTunes or Android Marketplace.
Or just head down to Againt yourself at 182 Temple Street. I promise you won't be disappointed.
Well, looks like we're heading to Againt.
It's a pizza!
All right, so we just heard two bands. The first band we heard was Fool's Faith, an incredible band out of Stamford, Connecticut. In the fall of 2005, Fool's Faith was born with strong melodies, pounding rhythms, and vocal harmonies. Fool's Faith always takes things a step further. So if you want to see Fool's Faith in person, come out to the East Haven Memorgwin Reunion Food Drive on Saturday, August 19th from 12 noon to 8 p.m. at the Irish American Club on Venice Place in East Haven. For more info on this concert benefit, email me, martythepaisan@gmail.com. For more videos and updates on Fool's Faith, follow them on Facebook. The other band you heard was Jaina and the Rebels, out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Jaina and the Rebels is country music with a rock and groove. Jaina formed the band Jaina and the Rebels in 2014 and writes from her heart and is inspired by real life situations. Follow Jaina and the Rebels on Facebook or check out their website, tunesbyjaina.org. And the song that we heard was Change the Way We Dream. So we got another guest that's going to be calling in. Joe Gerstein from Smart Recovery is going to be our guest real soon. But Dr. Bono, how you been after your absence from last week? All the fans were calling in wondering what happened to you.
I heard about that. Yeah, it was like the radio. You couldn't even keep the lines open. It was crazy, right?
You got to go into the mic.
Yeah, you always.
Did you miss that?
No, I hated that.
Why do you slump over? Look over here. Grab the bottom. Here you go.
All right, how's that?
That's a little better.
You have to be right in your face. Here you go.
Yeah, I heard the lines were all jammed up with people calling in. They were upset.
They were. They were worried about you.
I know.
So tell us a little bit until Joe calls in. Tell us a little bit about the office building down there in Madison. What's that all about?
Well, as you know, we have.
Again, I can't hear you.
Why can't you hear? Can you hear me?
Can you hear him?
I hear
we
me.
can all hear him.
Yeah.
I hear me.
Something
So
with
it's
these
you.
headphones tonight.
It's
I can't.
Marty's ears, I think.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Yeah. So the practice that I'm a partial owner of is Center for Compassionate Recovery in Madison, and we specialize in treating opiate addiction. And we are one of the very few places that accept state insurance. But more importantly, we have a very comprehensive and caring approach to treating opiate addiction, and one that works. Oh, we got a caller.
Yeah, that would be Joe.
All right.
Welcome to the show, Joe. How you doing?
Thank you.
He's there. I don't think he could hear you.
Joe, can you hear me?
Hello. Sure.
How you doing tonight, Joe?
Doing pretty well, thank you.
It's working fine
Good to
now,
hear from
Pete.
you.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot for taking time out of your busy schedule and calling into the designated driver here. We talk about smart recovery every single week on the designated driver here. So we're glad that you can be part of the show.
Okay. Well, I've been hearing about it for 28 years, and I'm still not sick of it.
I'm a big fan of smart recovery, by the way, Joe.
Oh, good.
This is
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, this is Dr. Bono. How you doing?
Hi. We need all the fans we can get.
Yeah, smart recovery. A lot of people really gravitate towards it, and but I always tell people that it's not incompatible with AA. There's a lot of overlap there, but for some people, they might like one or the other, and it's good to have options.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We're into choice.
I'm
We're
more
not
drawn to
in
smart recovery
competition
personally. That's just my
with
opinion.
AA. We're occupying a different niche. We took both a national poll and a Massachusetts poll. They came out about the same. About 30% of people who come regularly to smart recovery meetings and who consider it their primary recovery modality also go occasionally to 12-step meetings. We have no problem with that. We encourage it.
So tell me a little.
On the other hand, there are many people coming to our meetings who just didn't resonate with the 12 steps or didn't get anywhere with it and so forth.
So what? Tell me.
We're into choice, so we don't care where they go as long as they go somewhere and get something out of it.
So Joe, tell me the difference between AA and smart recovery.
Well, smart recovery is a self-empowerment program. We say it's up to you, and B, you can do it. And then we try to provide the tools and try to provide them in a supportive mutual aid structure so that we motivate people and help people to clarify their thinking so they can make better decisions for themselves.
So when you say you provide the tools, what are some of the tools?
Well, we've got 14 tools. It's a smart recovery program is a 4-point program. It's always changing and improving because it's based on two things. One, scientific discoveries, which are hopefully changing and improving all the time, new ideas, new concepts, and what we in our experiences in our meetings. I've facilitated over 3,000 meetings. Obviously, if I didn't get any clues as to what I'd help people better than something else, I just haven't been awake in it during the meetings. So I invented 2 tools myself because I saw a need for them, and they seem to be pretty popular and seem to be working.
What are the 2 tools that you invented?
Well, the first one was we use a technique called, one of our tools is a technique called cost-benefit analysis. That's a standard economic science technique. And economists think that people base their decisions about what to buy or what to own on evaluating the costs and the benefits and then going in the direction of benefits. That is the positive side of the equation. People may like a $2,000 handbag, but the reason they buy it isn't because they want to throw their money away. It's because they get a benefit, a psychological benefit or a social benefit from it. And that's a valuable thing to people, and so they do it.
All right.
But I saw a defect in this, in that it seemed to me in meetings, people were weighing the costs and the benefits equally. Like you go into the Dunkin' Donuts store and you look at the display and say, well, gee, the honey dips look pretty good, but, the sprinkles one looks good too, and what shall I get? And so, well, it really is it's not a substantive decision. Who cares? Doesn't make any difference. They're both bad for you, bad for your health, but probably equally. I noticed that they seem to be weighing the let's say quelling social anxiety, which is a very temporary thing, with losing their job. I mean, one side of the equation was, makes me feel good, or it's a social lubricant. On the other side of the equation was, I lost my job, I don't have any money, I had a DUI, I fell down the stairs and broke my house. And these are all long-term consequences: broken relationships, financial problems, mental health problems, and so forth. And so I changed this to what I call a time matrix cost-benefit analysis.
Joe, let me stop you right there, Joe.
Yep.
You know the way that I like to tell people the difference between AA and Smart Recovery? You have two parents. Are you there, Joe?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, you have two parents. One parent is strict and one is lenient. AA is your strict parent. You got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this step, you got to do that step. Smart Recovery is your lenient parent. They tell you how to deal with the urges. They tell you how to deal with the cravings that come along. Is that a good way of putting it?
I mean, I don't like the metaphor because nobody likes a strict parent. Okay, they may be beneficial in some ways, but nobody likes it. Very simply, we say we don't tell anybody what to do.
Yeah, that's it. I think.
It turns out that there's two reasons for that. One, it doesn't work. If it did, there wouldn't be anybody at the meetings, right?
Well, you base it on self-will and not a higher power.
Everybody's been told to cut it out, and they don't do it. If they did it, I mean, some people do it. Some people are told to cut it out, and they cut it out, and they don't show up at a meeting. The second problem is that they don't like to be told what to do. They rebel against it. They become recalcitrant. They become negative. So we don't do it, and that's the basis of motivational interviewing.
That's right.
We're not the only ones who found out about it.
So now let me ask you a little bit about smartrecovery.org. People want to find out where meetings are. Where is Smart Recovery? Is it in all the states or all different countries? Or
we're only in 49 states.
Only.
I don't think. I don't think we have meetings in Montana, but all the other states.
Okay, so how can somebody find out about the meetings?
You go to smartrecovery.org, and you click on. There's a button there that says meetings, and then if you click on that, something comes up that says online meetings, local meetings, and you click on local meetings if that's what you want to do, and then you put in either a zip code or the name of the town, and the meetings come up, starting the closest one to your zip code or ones, and then spreading out from there. So it's easy to find them. We have about 1,300 meetings in the U.S. now, 200 in Canada, 200 in Australia, 500 in the UK. And then Ireland has about 45, Denmark has 25, and then it's down from there. But it's in 23 countries now. The handbook has been translated into 11 languages, plus a special edition for Australian Aboriginals.
All right. So now
it's a worldwide program now, and there's probably there's 2,300د meetings every week, free meetings.
Yeah, but in Ireland they call
all
it Smart
done by
Recovery.
Volunteers. Very small skeleton staff at our Ohio office.
So now we got another portion of the show that we got to move on to, and we appreciate being our guest. So now let me ask you a question. People that are out there struggling with addiction, what do you want to say to that person?
I want to say that you should be aware that there's more than one pathway to recovery. Connecticut actually is the pathfinder in this because Connecticut had, I think, the first recovery center that entertained multiple pathways to recovery. and they put on one big conference in Mystic, Connecticut. It was the first one in the country. It had multiple pathways to recovery. It's not just Smart Recovery. There are other groups out there. Smart Recovery is the largest and most widespread one after 12-step. But there are others like Life Ring and Women for Sobriety and secular organizations for sobriety and so forth. So be aware that you have a choice. You can insist on it. If you're in a court, you have a constitutional right. If you're a non-believer or non-theist, you have a constitutional right to demand a secular treatment program.
All right, Joe. Thanks so much for being our guest tonight.
Okay,
and smartrecovery.org. So we appreciate your time, and thanks a lot, Joe.
Okay. Ciao, ragazzo.
All right. So we got another caller on the line, or no? No? All right. Somebody else was calling in. If you want to call back in, now is the time to call in, 203-992-7776. So before Joe called in.
Who are you calling?
Are you calling somebody, or somebody's calling in?
No, calling the caller back.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to call in to stuff. I think the show is great. Doing good, seems like, for a lot of people.
All right.
You know?
How you doing there, Mikey?
Good shout out. Pretty good. Everything seems like it's going good.
All right.
We appreciate it.
All right?
Thank you.
Give it a shout out.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mike. Thanks for calling in.
I one Monday night.
Yeah, come on. Anytime you want.
All right? You guys are doing good. Great job.
All right, Mike. Thanks.
All right. Bye.
So before Joe called in, we were talking about the Center for Compassionate Recovery, ctaddiction.com.
Yeah, like I said, that's what we do. We help people with opiate addiction, and we take all kinds of insurance, and we treat the addiction with therapy and medication, and we do it very thoroughly in an integrated way, and also treat mental health issues right along, in an integrated fashion. So it's a great program, I have to say.
It is, and the doctor over there is a really nice guy, too.
He's not bad.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. All right, so we're a little thrown off here tonight because of our guest, our first guest. He hit with his cell phone there. But a couple things I want to take care of here is Delestro Jewelers, over 43 years in business. They're well known for an excellent selection of watches and jewelry, and for the repair service. Unbelievable service. So if you have an engagement ring that you want to buy, you're thinking about getting married, go see Delestro Jewelers down there on Main Street in East Haven. They have the best place to pick out your diamond and engagement rings. They also purchase old unwanted jewelry. So if you got some jewelry laying around the house and you want a few bucks, go see Johnny. Also, something different about the Delestro Jewelers that you won't see in any other jewelry store. They have authentic sporting merchandise. Johnny Jr. carries all your favorite sporting teams, framed pictures, team jerseys, one-of-a-kind autographed items. It's all right there in the store. 203-469-8214. So check out Delestro Jewelers on Facebook and give them a call. Something for you guys here in the studio when I'm done with these announcements here. What are addiction cravings? That's what we can talk about. What are addiction cravings?
I was talking about that quite a bit today in my practice.
All right. So hold that thought.
All right, I'll try.
All right, hold on to it. True Ink Gallery, tattoo piercing and art gallery. These headphones are wonderful, by the way. Good job, Pete. Tattoo piercing and art gallery. TrueInkGallery.com. True Ink Gallery USA on Facebook. Some people out there listening may have gotten a tattoo that they no longer want. True Ink Gallery is who you want to contact. 203-208-3176. Full service, custom tattoo, piercing shop. 2005 Foxen Road in North Branford.
Do they pierce penises?
Call them up and find out.
They might just for you.
True Ink
I'm
was
gonna have mine sewn shut.
True Ink was voted best tattoo and piercing in New Haven and in Connecticut by the Advocate. Troy Rodecki, one of the tattoo artists at True Ink, voted best piercer in Connecticut 3 years in a row. So maybe Troy can help you out there. So again, that's True Ink Gallery, 203-208-3176.
That one hurt.
You get 15% discount for all military, firemen, and policemen with an ID. And you also get a 10% discount for all the designated driver listeners. Rob'sTickets.com. All these big concerts coming up, big-time events. You go to Rob'sTickets.com or you call them up, 203-467-8499. And you can go to any concert that you want in the world, any sporting event, have the best seats that you can possibly have. They really do have the best seats available. So you want to go to Vegas, Broadway, anywhere in the world, they can have the tickets delivered to your hotel or wherever you're listening from. So you get a discount. You go to the checkout page and you type in PAISAN, and you receive a 10% discount when you mention Paisan. 10% discount is available for all the designated driver listeners. So thank you, Rob, for giving our listeners a discount.
Hey,
So-
Marty, you know Guns N' Roses is playing pretty soon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, not like in Pennsylvania and Buffalo, not right here, but still, that's worth the trip.
Not that far.
So contact Rob's Tickets for that show, and you'll get to see Axl Rose. Hopefully he'll last the whole show.
Speaking of sobriety.
No substance use problems there.
We should have him on the show. Talk to him about urges.
Oranges.
Urges.
Oh, urges.
Those headphones aren't working as well.
I know.
We thought they were.
All right, so what are addiction cravings? First, before we get to professional, what is your opinion of an addiction craving, Jackie?
That obsessive thought that doesn't go away.
Yeah, I'm finding another one right now, but it's like trying to keep healthy eating.
Healthy eating.
Yeah.
That's a craving for you?
Now it is. Because I've been, like every morning I'll stop at the supermarket and I'm doing my yogurts and all that, eating soup and stuff, trying not to eat nothing bad. But then, like, I've been doing it for 3 weeks. I lost like 12 pounds. I've been doing it for almost 4 weeks now. And then I decided on Saturday to get a pizza.
So that's the craving right there, is the bad stuff.
It's the bad stuff.
So what would you consider? What is it? That thought, right? That you just can't shut up.
Relapsing, basically, isn't it?
And it's funny that you said it because there's an overlap here. If you go on like a low carb diet, right?
Yeah.
And you're eating lots of proteins and things like that, and vegetables, and all of a sudden you start craving pizza like crazy. Do you know why that is?
Why?
There's a physical reason.
Because your body needs carbohydrates.
Exactly. And guess what happens when you've been putting opiates in your brain nonstop for months and years at a time, and then you try to stop that? Your brain does not like to function without opiates in them, and guess what it tells you to do?
Fuck you, I want opiates.
Exactly.
I need them. That's what it
at
tells
that
you. I
point, it's a
them.
need. Yeah, it's like when you're starving, you're only going to think about food, and people say, "Well, it's a mental thing because it's in your head." No, it's a physiological.
Yes.
That's a physiological response. It's a cognition.
But I've also trained my body to, like, now when it became a habit to eat healthier.
Sure,
I'm not trying to eat healthy. I'm trying to eat healthier, basically.
Right.
So then, now my body was mad at myself. My body was mad at me Saturday after eating that pizza because I ate like 8 slices. But
wow, you went a little overboard.
Yeah, but I ate it with peppers and onions, and I'm trying to convince myself that was a better way to eat pizza.
And then you rationalize.
Yeah, but my body just the next day just said, no.
Right.
That's not good no more.
That's right.
You had your fun. We'll see you in a week if you want to do it again, but you're not doing it every day. And now my body's used to going back to the healthy part.
That's right. And you could get away with that on a diet, but you really can't get away with that with
drugs.
with opiates, right? That's the problem.
How come some people can deal with urges and some people can't?
Well, I think, Marty, you really need to separate out urges from withdrawal, okay? Because there's a point where people think, I just got through the withdrawal process, 10 days, my body's back to functioning, I'm done with that. But that's not true from the neck up, right? So when those urges that come in the first 90 days, if you're not on any, opiate replacement medication, and you've got a good 90 days at least to get through actual acute withdrawal from
90?
opiates. No, I'm talking. Yeah. No, I'm talking about acute withdrawal,
yeah.
not post-acute. Acute withdrawal.
Where do people get this week of from?
Because your body, from the neck down, starts to go back to functioning normally after about a week to 10 days, and so people mistakenly think that that's how long withdrawal is, because now all of a sudden you're not shaking and shivering and rolling and sweating, but the opiate receptors in your brain are nowhere near comfortable after 10 days. They do not function without opiates, and they tell you what to do, which is to make me comfortable again.
Yeah.
And
you
now,
dream about it.
In your dreams, yes. It's such a strong urge that you'll dream about it. But eventually that will pass. But getting through those first 90 days in your home environment is almost impossible. But if you're talking about cravings or urges that come down the road, Marty, 6 months, 9 months, 3 years later, they will come. But that's the triggered by the memory of what it feels like to change how you feel and to feel that soothing thing come over you. So those are two different kinds of urges. One is purely physical that people think of as psychological, and the other one is psychological. But even that one, Marty, there is a physical base to it.
Yeah, but is it fair to say that I can almost, like right now, I can almost go out and do a night of coke and then not think about it again for 6-7 months or a year?
That's you.
Yeah. First of all,
is that normal?
Well, first of all, cocaine can be addicting, obviously, but cocaine and opiates are not the same. And when you've been addicted to opiates already, you can not really do what you
can't
just
go back at
described.
all. So
no
Marty
way.
can't go have a beer.
I've
Well,
tried
that's
it.
different. Marty. Well, first of all,
You tried it?
Yeah.
I've tried it many times.
Yeah, there are people who once you cross the line for dependency, almost any substance, to be honest, it's alcohol or cocaine. If you've crossed that line into dependency, it gets very tough for
So
most
then
people.
I don't
to go
even
back.
really know if I was ever addicted. I just think I had too much fun.
Well,
because I was always like, I can go party on Friday. I think people were telling me I was addicted. I can party on Friday, party on Saturday, and then not do it again until the next Thursday.
But you don't have to be addicted for it to interfere or
In your
have
life,
negative consequences in your life.
Right. They call that abuse. There's this category in the DSM for that. It's called abuse. If you're having life problems, but you haven't reached the threshold of addiction, it's abuse.
So my problems didn't come on because of me. My problems came on because everybody else said I was being this way.
What I tell people
Like
is,
I went to work every day.
If what you're doing causes you a problem, then it's a problem.
So
That's
does
a
everyday
problem.
life. Everyday life causes you a problem if you cross the road the wrong way.
Well, then you can't cross the road.
If
the
you
wrong way,
work,
it's a problem.
if you show up to work late or whatever.
Yeah, those are problems.
If what you're doing causes you a problem, then it's a problem. If it's not causing you a problem, then it's not a problem.
But you can have everything. You can have problems being caused even sober.
Of course.
But it's okay then because you're sober?
No, it's not okay to show up to work late every day just because I'm sober.
No.
It's not okay.
I'm not
to
saying that. I'm
speed.
just it's intensified when there's all right, so I came to work late because I was drinking last night.
Right.
Or I came to
Right.
work late because I just was late.
If you're drinking,
So it's worse if you're a drunk.
Well, if you're drinking and you come to work late because you were drinking, now you got a problem because there's a lot of people who drink and don't come to work late the next day, right? So that is how you define whether or not you're moving into recreational use, abuse, or dependency based on the life problems.
Oh, so you mean like partying until 6 and going to work for 6:30? That's bad.
Oh my gosh, I remember those days.
Remember those days?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a
Lunchtime
question.
you
Did
were
you ever
dragging
have
it.
any of those days?
Me?
Were you ever addicted to anything?
Addicted? Convicted? No, never convicted. No, I mean, I was in college, right? I had fun. I did things.
By 12 o'clock, you were hurting?
Hurting? No, I could hand. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, listen, I have enough experience to be able to
get it.
To get it, absolutely, yeah.
So
no, I fortunately never fell over the line into abuse and addiction, but you know, I didn't grow up in a monastery either, so right.
So that's what makes you a down to earth doctor that somebody wants to talk to.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt. I think people overestimate sometimes that need to have that exact experience, because I think really when you boil it down, what addiction is.
Your mic is naked.
I know. I always wanted to call in sick, but then I always felt bad for calling in sick.
Okay.
So I used to go to work still drunk.
The heck was that?
Well, now that's a dilemma right there. That's a dilemma that.
Yeah,
really...
but I still had a conscience. I was like, well,
Yeah,
I don't want to go to work.
With opiates, the conscience goes out the window.
That's what I'm saying. It's like different things for different people, I guess.
So what are addiction cravings? Cravings are actual physical compulsions or urges caused when dopamine.
That's it.
In the brain is released.
That's it.
Dopamine is a chemical associated with emotional response, pleasure or pain, and it plays an important part in reward-motivated behavior.
That's a great scientific description. You
and
know,
I thought of that all by myself.
Nice,
I didn't read off of the paper.
You Googled that. You Googled that.
Google this.
You Googled that.
Marty, you want to know how powerful the brain is? And you know,
it's very powerful.
Teresa here can back me up on this probably.
Jackie.
I know. Jackie can back me up on this. I've had so many people tell me this, that they're in withdrawal and they're waiting to get a connection. They're on the phone. Their dealer's screwing around with them, right? Then finally, bam. Oh, okay, I'll meet you here in 5 minutes. All of a sudden.
5 minutes is not 5 minutes.
Yeah. All of a sudden, the withdrawal starts to go away.
Yeah.
Why is that? Is that because it's mental? No, it's because just what you described.
Dopamine.
The dopamine starts to dump into the system, and all of a sudden, for a few minutes, it gets better. That's how powerful the brain is
because you know it's coming.
Because your body is
preparing itself. I don't know.
Because the opiate you're addicted to you're not addicted to heroin. You're addicted to the dopamine that's already in your brain. Right, you're just getting it released in a flood. When I find out, I'm going to get out of withdrawal, I'm going to get my fix. My body goes boom, and it releases a flood of dopamine, and I start to feel better. This is how it is a physical. It's not just mental. There's a physical component to this, to the urges and cravings, and that's an example of how powerful this process is.
And it's such a struggle for so many people out there. It's such a shame. I mean, there's so many people dying and everything. And it's just really, really sad the way that it is, you know. It's really taken over.
Oh, absolutely. So. People need help.
And we're here for those people.
Absolutely. We are here for those people.
Anyone could come down, call us, and we'll help them. Anyone.
What would you say to somebody, Pete, that wants to call you and says, listen, I'm struggling with cocaine?
Think before you answer.
Wait till my closing. I'm busy right now. No, what I would say is, you want honest?
We're not sure.
Or do you want show shit?
Honest.
All right, go down to Ferry Street. Is that what you're going to tell them?
No. I would say, listen. Is it? Are you married? First of all, obviously you can't have a drug when you're married.
Your buddy Bob, the guy that you know,
okay.
You know everything about him. He says, Pete, listen, I want to go get an 8-ball. I really need to go get this 8-ball. What are you going to say to this kid?
I can't say don't because he's going to do it regardless. I'm like, well, think about all right, so think about you get that 8-ball. Think about the repercussions afterwards. Think about how you're going to feel. Think about your new job that you just started. Think about...
So that's what you're going to tell him?
Yeah, I wouldn't tell anybody not to do it. I'd be like, what's going to happen when you're done? Because it's right now it's 8 o'clock. What's going to happen at 11 o'clock, especially with coke? You're going to be done. So are you really doing anything to better yourself?
Now, is it true that you don't get hired in that first line?
No, you don't.
Well, first of all, I just want to point out that Pete said he should do a cost-benefit analysis, right?
Yeah.
That's what he just told him.
Yeah.
He didn't tell him what to do. He told him to do a cost-benefit analysis.
And I think that works better than sometimes telling somebody, don't do it.
Right. And yes, Marty, that is true because you're releasing dopamine, and you can think about it like your brain like a wet sponge, right? And you twist it, and the water that comes out is the dopamine. The first twist, you're going to get the most water. Every time you twist it after, the water gets a little less.
Yeah, when you're smoking crack, the first hit's great. You're like that big cloud, and then after that, it's like...
Do you know how much dopamine you release on one hit of crack cocaine?
Oh.
I think I told you on the air before, but
it's the best feeling ever.
It's 50,000 times more dopamine than you can access.
Best feeling ever.
Have you ever had a threesome?
No.
Okay, then.
Yeah, be quiet. You don't know what you're talking about.
Fuck you. I don't care. Take the pussy over the fucking
drugs
thing.
are better than sex.
But
yeah, what?
But guess what, Marty?
Or sex during drugs. That's what that's.
Maybe you're having sex with the wrong people.
No, sex and drugs together. Yes, okay.
But Marty, the second ring of the sponge is only 30,000 times more. The second hit of crack is now only 30,000 times more dopamine than normal. And guess what? That doesn't seem quite as good. 30,000, and that's how it works.
And you start chasing that first high, that first rush.
So you got to basically smoke
for
it.
30 seconds. 30 seconds it lasts.
You got to basically smoke it and then stop smoking it for a half hour just to get half of what the first one was.
Yeah, right. Yeah, people don't do that, though, do they? They don't wait a half an hour.
No, I don't wait. No, I used to go one right after the other. And then when I was done, that was my waiting process, waiting for the guy to call back and then have to drive to go get more.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, and then that was it. I was just chasing.
Yeah.
So 203-992-7776.
Let's go down the ferry.
Call into the show if you want to voice your opinion on this. So now is a good time to...
you got 9 minutes, by the way.
Tell me... Yeah, my watch is right here, but thank you.
No, the listeners.
PPRN Radio. Tell me a little bit about PPRN Radio.
What about it?
What do you do on Saturdays?
We're 24/7 radio station now, and then on Saturdays we do mixtape Saturdays. If you go to the PPRN website, pprnradio.net, and click on the schedule, you can see all the kinds of different music genres we have throughout the week. Mondays and Tuesdays, or Mondays is new wave, Tuesdays and Wednesdays is all metal rock, and then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is grunge, and then we have a bunch of shows that are syndicated throughout the United States that are on our network also, plus my show, Tuesdays and Wednesday nights, where we just talk about anything that doesn't make any sense, and then we interview bands. So,
but you do have a sports show that does make a little bit of sense.
We have a show on Monday called All Things Sports also, yeah. So. And then your show.
And advertising is pretty reasonable here as well.
Oh, yeah, very reasonable. Give us a call. We're probably the cheapest out there and probably reach the same amount of people.
All right. So if you found us on Facebook and like the Designated Driver logo and flyer, check out A1 Gator Graphics and Vinyls, custom graphics, vinyl decals, magnets, cornhole games. It's summertime and you want a cornhole game, and so much more.
That game sounds so vile.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun. A lot of people enjoy it, though.
But there's too many jokes. I gotta hold them back.
Yeah, hold them back.
Okay.
So A1 Gator Graphics and Vinyls, area code 561-512-1324. Any graphic that you need, contact Sherry. She's a great person, and she will hook you up. Tell her you heard it here on Designated Driver. I really like what she did with our logo. You know, I just gave her a little idea, and she ran with it. So check her out, A1 Gator Graphics and Vinyls. So I think we had a pretty good show, even though we had a couple setbacks there. I really wanted to talk to Rob from Fathers Against Drunk Driver, because I want more people to find out about that. Because, everybody knows about MAD, but not too many people know about FAD. So,
well, we'll get him back.
Hopefully he'll have a better phone.
Yeah.
So, and then we had Joe Gerstein. He's very talkative guy. He great organization there, smartrecovery.org. So thank you to them guys for being part of the show. Jackie.
Hey.
You've been coming. You've been part of the show.
I love it.
What do you think of the Designated Driver?
I love it. I have a good time every time I come. I think we all have a good time.
Words. Those words.
What?
I have a good time every time I come.
Wow.
He's a one-track
So
mind,
does
this
everybody.
guy over here.
Well, it is Tuesday almost.
All right, you true.
So,
hey Marty, did you see there was an article going around? It's everywhere I look. There's this interesting article about it's about a young man who passed away, and his parents put in the obituary.
Yes.
His parents wrote in the obituary that he died of an opiate overdose. And it caught a lot of people's attention because of the whole stigma issues. Someone finally,
They're pretty graphic about it too. I mean, not
yeah, but
in a bad way, but
I think
they're
it was
pretty blunt.
Yeah, I think it was a young adult, right? I don't
He
know
was in his
exactly.
20s.
Yeah, but it caught a lot of people's attention because you see people's obituaries, the young men who die and the young women who die, and
Passed away unexpectedly.
and they don't say anything, and like that's 90% chance.
Oh,
that
yeah.
And this family decided to do something about the stigma issue, and they put it right there in the
But
obituary.
they're really like he was this, an all-star kid,
Yeah.
and then the money started missing, the jewelry started missing. This wasn't my son anymore, and
Right.
they didn't know what to do. And
yeah. Well, hopefully it
really-
opened some other people's eyes.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about sharing the experience is that maybe it opens up somebody else's eyes,
Yeah, and I think it's important that people try and do something about the stigma issue,
that too, and bringing awareness, because the more people are aware, the more educated they are, hopefully changes will be made, because eventually people get mad and politicians don't want to hear it, and changes get started.
So, on that thought, we'll talk about the positive thought for the day. That's your cue, Pete.
Yeah, I'm gonna come.
Positive thought for the day comes from Ace Frehley of Kiss. Some of you people may remember that band, Kiss. Anyways, Ace Frehley says... Ooh. Ace Frehley, we have only today. Yesterday's gone, and tomorrow is uncertain. That's why they call it the present. And sobriety really is a gift for those who are willing to receive it. So that's the thought from Ace Frehley. That's pretty deep. So be sure to catch my other show, Sunday Sauce Pop Public Access Television Show. This week we feature Wild Bill Ziegler from Wild Bill's in Middletown. He recently passed away, and there's a concert memorial, 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. every day on ETV Channel 18 in East Haven and online at easthaven.tv. Just click Watch Public Access. If you're on Facebook, become part of our Designated Driver Facebook. Are you trying to drain me out here?
He just likes Chris Christoph.
Just a little bit lower.
3,000. Or
That's
over
right.
probably now.
Yeah, we're a little bit over 3,000 members. Our goal is to reach 5,000. Please help us reach our goal and be part of our Facebook group and tell your friends about
tell
it.
people.
Yes.
Telling people helps telling people helps other people. Stop
It
fucking
does.
thinking of yourself.
Remember, you can have your life back.
It's so hard for people just to, share and add people,
Until they need something from you.
The whole 2 seconds takes the click.
Yeah.
So, but thank you to all you guys who have been sharing the group and have been adding
Thank you
people
very
to the group. Thank you guys so much. As of Saturday, June 10th, we just reached 3,000 members.
Cool.
So, thank you to all our special guests from FAD and Smart Recovery. Thank you to all our co-hosts here, Peter and PPRNradio.net. Thank you guys, and to all our listeners, thank you. And big announcement here. Next week, very special guest from the movie A Bronx Tale, Lilo Brancato, will be sharing his story right here on the Designated Driver. So you want to tune in for that.
That's awesome.
And it's going to be he's got a really deep story. So he's
And if
going
you
to.
have questions, they can message you through Facebook, right? Or us.
They can message you. I get enough messages.
Yes.
Yeah, you should start your own little blog in there so they can talk to you.
There you go, Jackie.
Link. Yeah, I could.
Just put up a picture of you in that dress. You'll get 1 million hits.
That's how we're gonna get our 5,000.
There you go.
Not
Yeah,
viewers,
don't message me
members.
after 3 in the morning, please.
So,
Oh, now I'm gonna.
as always, who loves you, baby? Thanks for listening.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow
Night.
for the Peter
Good
Pinner
night.
Show at 7:30.
Go to bed, Sullivan.
Have a good night, everybody.
Stay away from Ferry Street.